welcome to my channel over here, and today we're doing a new video, one that I've actually talked about a few times and we're finally doing it. We are going to do a decluttering series. I love doing new videos, I love trying new products, I love new things, I love fashion and beauty. If you are new here, I'm a small channel. I have had PR sent to me a few times, but most of what you see I've actually purchased on my own, which I'm totally okay with. I'm okay with being a smaller channel. Would I like to grow? Would I love to have more family and friends during this YouTube? Yes, absolutely. I have a full-time job. I have a husband, 2 teenage daughters, a house, kids, life, animals. So I don't get to be on here as often as I had started out to be. I am gonna try to get back to the 3 uploads a week. It's just been really difficult lately with just all that stuff I just said, and then the kids in school, all of their sports, activities. There's been stuff going on a lot with my youngest, so we've been really focused on her and just all of that fun stuff, right? However, I do have more makeup than one person needs, even with a small channel. So we're gonna start this, and we're gonna start out today with primers, concealers, and like eye stuff. So like mascara, eyeliners, single shadows, stuff like that. And then we will just throughout go through the rest of my collection. So there will be stuff that I obviously will keep, and I'll shortly tell you guys what I feel about the products, like or don't like. There's stuff I'll go ahead and donate, whether it's donate to like a homeless shelter, women's shelter, or my kids, both like I said, teenagers 13 and 16, and they both like makeup. They both have their own makeup, but I've also passed makeup onto them as well. And there's definitely stuff that's expired that I need to toss, and stuff that is actually empty. I realized yesterday as I was trying to figure out which one to start with for today's video that we're going to throw away as well. So if this is a video that you think you were like, or you did like it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button. I would love to have you come be a part of my YouTube family here. I love to hear from you guys on stuff you like, you don't like. I love to do the first impression videos for you guys, and I will be doing another sit down hopefully here soon of a get to know me. I will post on my community post and Instagram for you guys to leave questions, and I'll sit down and play around with makeup and answer your questions. I did that once before. Got some really good questions from you guys, so I'd love to do that again. And we are also doing our seasonal, seasonal favorites, I guess is how you can say it, where I sit down and I share with you guys my favorites just throughout: makeup, skincare, hair care, body care, clothes, food, electronics, whatever it may be. My absolute favorite for the spring and summertime. I did one for fall and winter of last year, and I really did enjoy that. You guys seem to like that video, so we will continue to do that. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. And I think we're gonna start with concealers first, because that's a little bit more organized, and then we'll go on to the rest. So let's get to it. All right, guys, let's just dump out these concealers. Like I said, small channel, so obviously it's not gonna be like all those big channels. Let's just organize it just a little here. That way you guys kind of get somewhat of an idea on what we have here. And then we will start going through. I'm gonna organize concealers, and I have some brighteners and color corrector. And we're gonna start over here. So the first one we have is the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector. I have it in peach. Now, I really like this actually. I feel like maybe this peach color is a tad too dark for me, but it really is creamy, hydrating, and it really does do a great job of color correcting. So this is definitely one that we're gonna keep. So that's going in the keep pile. Now we have 2 here that are brightening. We have Rare Beauty and Born This Way from Too Faced, the Ethereal Light. I have this one in Buttercup. Here's what the wand looks like. So it's got a flat side here, and then more thick on that side. And then this is what Buttercup looks like. It's a more drying formula than this one. I love the packaging of Rare Beauty. Her packaging is always just amazing, and I love her brand. It's in the shade Light. The only thing I don't like is this is a metal applicator. Now I get like more like a, you know, the concept would be more smoothing. I feel like that one's a lot more light. This one right here, the Rare Beauty, and it's a little bit more brightening. This one also I feel like does a little bit of color correcting, so I think I'm gonna keep both because these are the only 2 I have that are really lightweight, light, a lot of brightening type of concealers. A lot of times I will pair these with another one. I'm definitely going to keep this one because I really do like this one. It really brightens my under eyes, but this one does a little bit of correcting with the brightening. So I think I will keep this one. And if I don't use it in the next couple weeks, because I haven't reached for this one since I got the review, I will go ahead and pass it on to someone else. But for now, that is a keep. The next one is a natural concealer. Now it is the Get Real Serum Concealer from Flower Beauty, and I have this one in the shade Vanilla. And here's what the wand looks like. I really love this wand, and I love the shape of it right there. And I love the formula. I'm wearing it today. The shade is actually a little bit lighter once I get it on my skin than what it actually looks like, but it's so creamy, lightweight. I love it for a very no makeup type of look. In the spring and summertime, I like more concealers like this one, really lightweight for an everyday look. I like more foundations that are like skin tints or lighter coverage foundations. So she's definitely a keep, and she's newer, but we're gonna keep her. All right, this is gonna be hard. Some of these are gonna be really hard, but I've got to do it. Especially because I don't want to purchase anything more. After you guys see my last first impressions, there will be no more purchasing until I get through this decluttering series, because I need to. The next one is the Makeup Revolution IRL filter in C4. It's a soft matte. I get definitely a very high medium coverage. I have a lot of dark circles, and that's why I have the color correcting. That doe foot is really flexible and interesting, and I really do like this one. I do reach for this one a lot. It's so creamy. So it's a matte, but it's so soft and creamy, and it feels hydrating too. It's a pretty good shade match, this one right here. So we are gonna keep this one. I promise we are gonna get to some that I am going to get rid of. We're actually almost to a couple of them. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Okay, so the next one is one of my newer ones. It's more bougie. It's my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer in 4.5, and this one's beautiful. I like to use this one as every day, every so often, but I really like it for a special occasion type of concealer. And I don't have a wand like this. I feel like this wand helps it so I'm not putting too much product out at once, and it gives this beautiful, smooth, hydrating look. And it's such a good match, and I love the foundation that goes with it. So we're definitely keeping this one. It's beautiful, you guys. All right, my Born This Way. This is my oldest one. It is the Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I have in the shade Light Beige. It's actually a little too dark for me, surprisingly. I don't really like the doe foot too much. Not necessarily the shape and size, but it's really kind of rock hard. And here's what it looks like there. This is one I'm going to go ahead and pass on. It's a full coverage concealer, but I feel like I have other ones I've shown you guys, and I still have here definitely a full coverage one I'll be showing you guys I like better. So this one will be passed on to someone else. And this one, this is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Creamy Concealer. I have it in 60N. I was really hopeful for this one. Here's the wand. It looks like it would be really creamy, really thin, lightweight, but honestly, for one, it's too dark, way too dark. And I even tried to mix it with my white pigment to try to line it up. I didn't really do that, and it's drying on my under eyes, even when my eyes look really good. So this one is going to be one to be passed on. And the next one I'm really sad about, but we're going to pass this one on as well. It is the One Size and Fair in Art. I got this, and turn up the base. I got this in an Ipsy, and honestly, the swatch looked like it would be a good match, and you would think when it's swatched and all, and here's the doe foot, but once it gets on the under eyes, it really isn't a good match. So we're gonna pass this on. It really does feel so creamy, lightweight, hydrating. So I definitely want to get this one once I start purchasing again, or probably the first concealer, even if there's a new one out. I want to get another shade and retry it because I felt like the formula was really good, but just not the right shade. All right, the next one is my second oldest, and this one we're gonna just go ahead and toss because she's definitely expired by now. It is the Rewind from Hailey's Beauty Blurry and Full Coverage Concealer. It's got this metal applicator. I never really used this to apply it that way. I did when I first got it, but not anymore. It's a lot thicker than I had liked, and at first I did like it, and for the shade being a lighter, right? Yeah, it's light neutral. That's really orange on me, and it definitely was not the right shade, so I stopped pulling for it. I used to like it, I used to make it work, but things change, our skin changes, and like I said, I've had this for way beyond its expiration date, so this one's gonna go in the trash. The next one is the Milk Makeup Future Fluid. I really do like this one as well. I love the short stubbiness of it, and the only thing I don't like is, as you can see, it's hard to get it out of the packaging. It's such a round, thick, interesting wand. Like, it's interesting. I do like this one. I'm going to say every so often it works. I have it in 7NW, and other days it doesn't. So I am gonna keep this, but this will also be one, like a few of my others, that if I don't pull for it in the next couple of weeks, like the Too Faced Ethereal Light one, I'll go ahead and pass it on, but for now we're gonna keep it. All right, the next one is the Sephora Best Skin Full Coverage Multi-Use Concealer in 17.5N. And here is the wand. This is also one I really love. It's interesting how it's full coverage, and it definitely, I can get full coverage with it, but it's so thin and lightweight. And again, it's so hydrating. I have very dry under eyes, so I like a lighter, creamy, lightweight concealer. So we're keeping her. Pull for that one a lot. The next one is my second newest. It is the Lancome Idol Ultra Wear All Over Concealer in 215. This is beautiful. It's kind of like the Giorgio Armani in a sense, but a little bit different. This one I feel like is a little bit thinner, not as creamy, but again, it's thin, really hydrating, and the shade match is amazing. And I love the new foundation that I got from, spoiler for, I guess, foundation declutter video, from Lancome. So we're keeping her. And the last concealer is the Stay Naked Quickie Up to 24-Hour Multi-Use Concealer, and I have it in 40NN. So 40 neutral something. 40NM. Here's the wand, and she's staying with us as well. She's a very creamy, kind of thicker. She's definitely thicker than all my others, but look how creamy and just so hydrating and juicy looking that is. This one right here, she's staying. It is my only full coverage, and I will definitely use a full coverage when it comes to more of my glam up looks. So recap real quick for concealers. We're throwing the Haley's away because she's expired. We are keeping the Quickie from Stay Naked Urban Decay. We're keeping the Lancome. We're keeping the Sephora. We're keeping the Milk, the Giorgio Armani. I know it sounds like I'm not getting rid of a lot, but I'm getting rid of a good amount. The Makeup Revolution, Flower Beauty. We're gonna keep, and the Milk Makeup, and this one we're gonna keep, but in a few weeks, if I'm not pulling for these as much as I would like to, so at least 3 times a week, because I typically do my makeup every day, not every week, but a lot of times I do it every day. Even if I do it after school and I'm only just playing around and, you know, trying to test out the new stuff or what have you after work, and I'm only have it on for a few hours, I do usually wear makeup every day, whether it's a lot or just a little, you know what I mean. So as long as I am pulling for these at least 3 to 4, we'll say 3 to 4 times a week, I'll go ahead and keep them. But for now, we are going to keep them. We might see them later on go. And then the Rare Beauty we're keeping, and the e.l.f. we are keeping. So, I mean, not bad. Let's see. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the 15 we're keeping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Could be better, but c'est la vie, right? All right, so now this one is kind of a mess here. All right, so I have it laid out here. We're gonna do some eye brighteners. I have 2 eye brighteners and then some loose shadows, and then we have brow products. So let's start with the eye brighteners. We have the Pixie by Petra. It's a color corrector brightening in peach. It is one that I only reach for about 3 to 4 times. It's in a pot. It feels like and looks like it would be creamy, but at least for me, when I put it on my under eyes, It's more pink for one, and it doesn't do a very good job of color correcting, especially not as good as the e.l.f. one. And so I'm going to also pass this on because it's also drying. Even though, like I said, it feels creamy, it looks like it would be hydrating and be really good, it really didn't do much. So this is going to be passed on. All right, the next one is the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint in 1110 Pink. This one I am gonna go ahead and keep, and we're gonna put it in my everyday drawer so I can kind of test it out a little bit. If I don't reach for it, like with the concealers, then we'll go ahead and pass that on as well. It's definitely more of a pink tone, so it's more brightening. It's not a color corrector, but it really is pretty. A little drying, but not too bad. I just only used it a few times and I really don't remember exactly why I stopped using it, so I want to give it another shot before we get rid of it. So for now, we are keeping that one. All right, now moving on to our liquid eyeshadows. So we're gonna start with this. I got this in Ipsy a while ago. It is the Element Beauty. It's a single shadow in the sense that it only has two. Now I never reach for this one. I don't like that color, but I do reach for the shimmer. However, I think I'm gonna pass this on because I don't feel like I want this to keep taking up space in my drawers when I only use it for one purpose. And I don't usually do a lot of single shadows anyways, as you guys can see. So this one is gonna get passed on. And then we have the two ColourPop Super Shock shadows. We have Mint For You and Ladybug. They're both really, really pretty. The only problem I have is they're so messy. I need to get a good glitter glue, and I've been asking you guys for your suggestions on it. So I am gonna go ahead and keep these for now and get a good glitter glue. That's a tongue twister. And go ahead and try them out. But if I don't reach for them, unfortunately I will pass them on because they are beautiful when they are on your eyes, but they make such a mess that I need that glue. So we will go ahead and keep those, maybe possibly pass them on as well. The next one is new to my collection. It is the NYX Ultimate Glow Shot. It's a brightening liquid eyeshadow, and I have it in the shade Golden Gauzy, and we're keeping her. I love this. It dries down so quickly, which is like perfect. It's like a godsend for someone with hooded eyes like myself. And look at that glow. I love this. I pull for it often, especially when I'm doing very quick, just, you know, want maybe one shadow color in the eye, or even just putting some powder bronzer in my crease, and then this, and that's it. Love this. I love it with full glam makeup looks as well. So she's staying, and I need to get some more shades of this one. And the last one for the loose shadows or single shadows is the Galactic Metallic Eye Sparkle. This one has expired by now, so we're gonna pass it on, but I'll show you what it looks like. Here's the wand. I didn't really pull for it much. I honestly just didn't like the color. It really is, like, it's a pretty shine, but I don't like the shade of it. And so I only really reached for it when I was just trying to use it up. So I'm going to go ahead and throw her away anyways because she's expired. All right, now we have our brow products here and some eyeliners. Let's start with the brows. This one was a complete fail. I only used it like twice and never used it again, so I'm gonna pass this on. It's the Easy Breezy Brow. I like that it comes with a spoolie. It is really like loose and flimsy. I think I was meaning to get the actual pencil, and I grabbed this one instead, and the shade is not correct. It's a felt pen. I don't like these types. It's just, I don't like it. So we're gonna go ahead and pass this on. And then the next one is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. It has a spoolie, definitely a lot nicer and thicker. The only thing I don't like about this, and that makes it so I don't pull for it often, is it's a thicker pencil and the shade's a little off. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on as well. I just used up the last bit of my NYX one, which I really like, and I like the other CoverGirl, so I'll probably pick those two up. Go ahead and give me any suggestions down below of a high-end one that you guys like. I usually stick with drugstore when it comes to that stuff, but if you guys have a really good high-end one that you can suggest, I'll go ahead and try it out. So the e.l.f. is gonna be passed on as well. All right, and then we have the Milani Stay Put Liquid Brow Wax. I really like this one, so we're keeping her. It's the only brow wax I have, but I do really like it, so that one's gonna stay. And then we have something that is the newest to my collection. It is the Sephora, what is it called? Tint and Volume Brow Gel. I have it in 05, I guess is the shade. I'm still filling it out. It's new, so we're gonna keep her. I don't really know. It's a really wet formula, so I'm still, as you guys saw, it became a hot mess in the first impressions. I still haven't found the proper way to wear it or my way to wear it, so I don't want to get rid of her yet because she is very new, so we're gonna go ahead and keep that. This is the Lamb Cone Ultra Precise Waterproof Liner. I actually don't like this in my waterline. However, I really do like it as a liner on my upper eye, so I'm gonna keep that one. And then we have the Ulta Beauty Dual-Ended Eyeliner. We have the felt tip, and then we have a pencil on this side. I'm not a huge fan of the pencil, but I'm wearing this one today, and I like the felt tip up on my eyes. I'm finally getting it down on how to use a product like this for my hooded eyes, so we're gonna keep that one. And the last one is my Essence Extreme Lasting Waterproof Eye Pencil. It's pretty much gone, so she's gonna go in the trash. But it was nice and creamy, but I felt like it skipped a lot on my upper lash line, and then when I used it in the waterline, it did smudge. So I need to toss that because we're done with that one. That one's over and used up. All right, so out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right? 14. I am keeping the Ulta Beauty, the Sephora, the Milani, the Lamb Cone, so those. And then the Ultra Shot Glow Liquid eyeshadow, the brightening from Milani, the 2 color pops, and that is it. So that's not bad. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So out of 14, I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So out of 14 products, keeping 6. I'm getting rid of, throwing 2 away, and getting rid of 4. So I think that is 100% a win. All right, now we have our mascaras here. So let's go ahead and share them real quick. We got a couple new ones. Some of these, I'm like literally thinking and deciding as I'm putting them out. So here is our mascaras. We're gonna start over here with e.l.f. Flash and Roll. I'm definitely keeping this one. I love this for a very no makeup look. Just very simple, basic, but it really does give me some volume and lifts my lashes, and it's drugstore and e.l.f. So I'm gonna keep her. Then we have the telescopic lift. This one was definitely a learning curve from Lancome. I definitely have it down now. Very interesting wand, interesting formula, and I really like it. So we're keeping that one. Now this one is the Makeup Forever 2-in-1. You have the step 1 on this, or well, side 2 is coming out first. So you have the step 2 on this side, very thick, very wet formula, and it's still wet, and this one is definitely going in the trash and is expired, so I'm surprised that it's still as wet as it is. It hasn't dried out very much. And then step 1 here, I did like this formula. Could I have maybe got the same look that I got with this? I love the packaging by using 2 cheaper mascaras, absolutely, but this one's gonna go in the trash because it has expired. Then we have my newest one, which is the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick. I really like this one. I don't like the packaging because you can't just set it down on your vanity. It is a very wet formula, so I do have to scrape quite a bit off, and I usually only go in with 1 coat most of the time anyways, but definitely more wet, so you have to be careful with that. And if it probably will dry out by the time it's been open a little bit longer. It's my newest. I think I've had it for a few weeks, but I have really been pulling for it and enjoying it. The next one is a sample size of the Tartelette Tubing. I really want to get the full size in this, but again, not purchasing for a little bit. I really like this. It does a great job giving me lashes. My lashes are very short and stubby, not really there, so it's nice to lift them and give them some volume. I like to pair it with one that I'm about to show you next. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this because it is a sample size and I'm almost done with it anyways. I like to pair it with Essence Lash Princess. I was in the green packaging, really excited. This was the first product from Essence I tried. It has so much hype. I was excited to give this brand a try and give this mascara try, but you guys, this smudged and flaked and looked horrible on me until I started pairing it with the Tarte one. And when I put this on and let it dry and then put one coat of the Tarte on, it didn't do that. However, I don't want to take all these extra steps, and I'm almost out of the Tarte one, and again, won't be purchasing for a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass that one on. The next one is the Essence Lash Like a Boss. It is instant volume and length. This definitely does that. It's a very wet formula, but I am gonna go ahead and pass this one on as well. As much as I have really enjoyed this one, I have others here that are doing the same, and I don't know. I will probably find one anyways that I will be purchasing later on that I like just as much, but we're gonna go ahead and pass her on. I'm sad to see her go. May pick her up again at another time after I get through some of these, but all of these are open too. And then we have the last one, which is the Benefit Roller Lash. I really like this one, and again, it's a sample, so we're gonna keep it, and there's still enough in there, but really, really love how this one does, honestly, the same exact thing that the e.l.f. one does. I bought these for a dupes video. They are the same. I would say I like this one just a tad bit more, but they both are amazing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm keeping the e.l.f., the Benefit, the Telescopic, the Fenty Beauty, and the Tarte, and I'm getting rid of 2. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not too bad, right? All right, we are almost done, I promise. Now we just have our primers. So let's get the primers all laid out. And this is where I have actually quite a bit of empty ones that I didn't realize I had until I was going through and figuring out where I wanted to start. And I figured this would be a good start, and then I'm like, dang, okay. Those are empty. Okay, so there is all of them. Let's go ahead and count them first, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12. And we're gonna start over here. And this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I got this for a dupes video that has the Essence one, which is the Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum. This one is actually empty. I actually like the Essence one better. It has a beautiful glow. I love the smell. They do the same thing, and this is like $5.99. This is like 30 bucks. Full size, I think this was like 20 sample. So this one's going in the trash. It's done and emptied with, but we're keeping the Essence one. The next one is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with the 4% niacinamide. I'm almost out of this one. I do use it often, so we're gonna keep it. It's a nice gripping primer. I do like this one just a little bit more than the original one that's green, but I like it because it's got that niacinamide, and the more you use it, I feel like the more effects it has, and I feel like it has a little bit more hydration and glow to it. The next one is the Soft Matte Poreless Primer from Hailey's Beauty, the Refine. This one is empty, as you can see. This one, it was always a hit or miss. There were days it looked really good on my skin and I liked it, other days not so much, but we're gonna throw her away because she's empty. And sadly, the same for the Cali Ray So Blowin' Clean Blurring Primer. I loved this one. I will be repurchasing it again at some point, but this one is empty. And then we have the e.l.f. Untouchable Woe Glow 30 Broad Spectrum Sun Protection Makeup Primer. This one's beautiful. It's a primer and a sunscreen, so I love that. I don't have to do 2 extra steps. It's 1 step in one. This one, as you can see, is well loved and used, and she's staying because I love that one. The next one is also from e.l.f. It is the Halo Glow Liquid Filter, and this one is empty. I've been scraping the sides, so she's going to go, but I'll definitely be picking it up again at some point. Definitely this summer because it gives a beautiful glow. I have in shade 2, Fair Light. I wonder about picking it up in the lighter shade and seeing how that looks, because I felt like this was a tad bit dark for me, which is interesting. But you know, actually I'll go ahead and get it in this shade because I will get some darkness to me. And the next one is the Pink Lips Major Matte Face Primer. It's a long wearing matte finish. I'm wearing this one today. It does a really, really good job of blurring. However, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on. I do like it, but I do have one here that I absolutely love that does an amazing job at blurring, so I don't need to. We're gonna go ahead and pass this one on. And the next one is the Lancome La Base Pro. I actually like to really use this one under my eyes, but I do use on my face sometimes. It gives a nice blur and a really nice smooth feeling. It's like a velvet. It doesn't feel silicone. It feels very velvet feeling. And I really, really like it under my eyes. I use that as an eye primer, so we're keeping her. And then we have the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams. We're gonna go ahead and keep this one. I really like this one as well, oldie but goodie, so we are gonna keep that one. And then we have the Danessa Myrix, that's very dirty. The Yummy Skin in the shade Universal, and this is the one that's so smoothing and blurring, and I've used it so much. This is why I went ahead and got rid of the pink lips, because this one I like it better, it does better. And then of course we're keeping the Say, this is newer to my collection. It is their Star Glow, in the color Star Glow. It's the Glowy Super Gel. Perfect for summertime. I first tried this out in a sample size and then I just never repurchased it, and I finally did. Love this. It's beautiful. We're keeping it. All right, so guys, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, we are keeping, or we're throwing away all of these. Like, that's crazy. Oh, sorry, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So out of 12, we're throwing 4 away, we're donating 1, and we're keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, not bad at all. All right, guys, I apologize if this kind of seemed a little disorganized. I will get better as we do more of these, I promise. Please hit that subscribe button. I'd love for you to come join me over here. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this all cleaned up, throw away the ones we're throwing away, and then I'm going to go ahead and gift on the ones we're gonna gift on. The next one will be my powders and my foundations. I don't think we're gonna do anything with those besides powder and foundations. So don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and make sure you have that bell notification on so you're notified of all my uploads. And comment down below and let me know if you have any of these products and if you like them or not. And anything you would like me to review, I will pick up once I start purchasing again, and we'll do them in a first impressions. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye.